How you doing? How you doing? And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Petty, and I appreciate you stopping by today. And we gotta circle back around. We usually don't do this, especially on things that we weren't very impressed by in the first place. But we need to have another conversation about KingSense, because a couple things happened since our last video. So one of the things that happened, and I'm not sure if this happened the same day that we did our video, or if it happened the following day, but as it turns out, the developers too noticed that they were getting some pretty bad reviews. And they started an event, basically incentivizing people like, hey, go give us a good rating and we'll give you some of this stuff. And the community took that well. They took that pretty well. By which I mean they flamed them even harder and just kicked up a whole storm. Now, that practice in and of itself is not uncommon. There are several games that have started doing this in the last year, where it's one thing if they just ask like, hey, you liking the game? You want to give us a review? It's a little annoying, but it's not in any way predatory. It's not a sketchy business practice, you know what I mean? It's just a little, how am I doing? That's fine. That's fine. What developers are starting to do is give out rewards in-game for positive reviews. Now, I know that we have no regulatory board looking at mobile games and keeping them in line of things that should be borderline illegal, but outright bribery? Yeah, that ain't a good look. That ain't a good look. So not only did they have this event where they tried to bribe people into bringing their score back up, and not only did it fail miserably and blow up in their faces, but they've had to resend the event completely. Let's take a look real fast at their response. So while that says 4 minutes ago, that is not 4 minutes from when we're recording this. We are not that quick on the news. But this is something that was posted today by the KingSense group. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. It says, "Hi Commanders, on behalf of the KingSense operation team, we extend our sincerest apologies for the inconsiderate events and bad experiences Commanders had during the past few days. Since the previous event has now been taken down, we will send out 1,200 core keys to all commanders as compensation. We appreciate all the advice and feedback of our valued players and assure everyone that optimizing the game for a better gaming experience is among our top priorities." It's weird that you didn't say that that was your top priority. It's just up there with the others, but we'll circle back around to that. "We apologize again for any inconvenience we have caused." And that's it. That's it. Let's talk about a few things in here real quick. So first things first. This might read to a lot of you as a pretty sincere apology and owning up that we messed up, guys, and we take that to accord. Couple of issues. Their apologies bait. So what I mean by that is them giving out 1,200 core keys. That's cool. In their game, though, it costs 1,800 for a 10 pull. So they're only giving people 2/3 of a 10 pull, knowing full well that some people will either spend a little bit of in-game resources that they had already saved up, or go ahead and just throw $5 out real quick so that they can go ahead and get enough for the full 10 pull. And it's almost like they got a free 10 pull if they buy that last little bit, or if they spend that last little bit. If you're gonna mess up and send out compensation to people, it should probably be good compensation. It shouldn't be bait on a hook. And that's pretty much how I take this. In their attempt to say sorry, they're throwing out just a little bit of bait, hoping to get just a little bit more from people. That is an absolute scummy move. If you are giving compensation in a gacha game, give a free 10 pull. Give 20. I don't give a crap. Don't give partial of that enough for some people that, we know will probably be like, oh, well, it's only a little bit, or man, maybe that 10 pulls will gonna give me exactly what I need. It's super predatory to give out just almost enough for a 10 pull. That's scummy. That's 100% scummy. Like, that to me wipes out this entire apology. That them trying to do a bribery event backfired on them horribly. And to try and say sorry, they don't even give you enough for a 10 pull in hopes that you'll still try to get that 10 pull because it's a gotcha game. What else are you doing with that currency? Think they gave you 1,200 so that you could do some energy refreshes? That's to get you close to the 10 pull. But you still need just that little bit more. And that's the kind of stuff that it makes me have zero faith in a developer. In the fact that these people's previous games started out incredibly free-to-play friendly and then very drastically took a hard turn. Such a hard turn that I actually tried to Google around and see if, like, maybe the company got bought by somebody else. Maybe there was something like behind the scenes on the business side that caused such a drastic change. Nope, it's still them. They still have the keys to the building. This wasn't anyone else coming in, buying the product, and saying, oh, nope, we're going to switch this to heavy pay to win. They did that themselves. They did this event themselves. They gave compensation for that event that's just shy of a 10 pull for the poor people that will actually try to finish that up and try to get something out of it. So just wow. Just wow, guys. I'm really, really impressed. And this is actually going to be one of our shortest videos because we just had to come back and dunk on this because I don't know how you keep making terrible decisions. And I mean, let's circle back real quick. Let's give them credit where credit's due. They come out and say that it's not even their top priority to make the game better. It's up there among the top priorities. What are your other priorities? Like what? You could have two priorities. Make a good game and make money. What else is here? Like, let me know. Let me know. What else do you think they could be referring to? As just a mental thought exercise. Maybe we could come up with some really convincing ones. And they can try and use that for their next attempt to be like, we're sorry, but not really. Can you spend some money? Just a little? Just a bit? Just a bit so that you can see how sorry we are? Maybe. So I honestly didn't think we were going to get a chapter 2 to this story. I thought that was kind of be it after our initial video. And then they went and ran one of the scummiest events that you could possibly do in any of these mobile games. Got called out for it. And then gave a insulting form of compensation for it that in itself you could argue is a little predatory. It's a little bit predatory. So we just gotta pull up the dance on their grave one more time. You know what I mean? If that's the way how things fall, that's what we gonna have to do. So let me know if you guys know about any other fires going on right now in the gacha world. I think we've done a pretty good job at touching on all the My Hero stuff right now. We've certainly done more than enough for this. If these guys do anything else that we have to do a third video on KingSense, they probably have literally killed a man and left him in the street. Like that's about the only thing I can think of that would bring us back here again. Or just, some other high-scoring, scummy practices. Hopefully is the last time we see this stuff. But some other exciting news. There is a way that I have recently found out for foreigners to be able to get registered a Bilibili account. Now, this is not an illegitimate or something with fake IDs or any stuff like that. So the process itself is a little bit involved. You essentially have to get a Bilibili account made so that you have a user ID for your Bilibili account name, all that fun stuff. You then have to send an email to the support people at Bilibili, and you have to be very specific. You have to put a very specific thing in the tag. Then you have to follow the information that they would like from you. And they will manually review it. You will have to take a picture of your driver's license. You'll have to take a picture with your driver's license. and send all that stuff over to them, after which they will review it. They will let you know whether or not you are approved. And then after that, there's also a 100-question test before your account is complete after that. So I've got some exams to hopefully study for. But if that gets approved and all that goes through, what that's going to mean is that we're going to be able to play CN games and take a look at them. And that is huge. Huge. As a content creator, I cannot tell you how much of an insane advantage it is to be able to get your hands on these games before they're ported over to global, so that you already have insight ready, you already have videos that the algorithm will be like, oh, okay, you already on this tip. All of that is very, very huge. So your boy is extremely excited at the opportunity to be able to get to try those games out, and we're going to see how it goes. Hopefully I don't look scary on paper. I've got literally no criminal history, so there should be nothing that they're like, I don't know, this dude's sus. Like, I'm just poor, okay? That's the only bad thing. But I just wanted to let you guys know that potentially we might have some exciting stuff coming up if I'm able to get in that, if we're able to start taking a look at these games in China. That would be absolutely huge. So thank you guys so much for stopping by today. Let me know about any other fires that you see in around the community right now. And you're going to have to catch your boy in the next one, because we out of here. Deuces.